Welcome back to the Friday Show. I'm Story.
And I'm Sophia, and today we have a lot of fun Thanksgiving videos for you.
Today I'll be showing you how you can make your own DIY fall wreath from scratch materials. Okay, I've made it into Hobby Lobby. The first thing I'm probably going to do is locate the wreath base, which I think is probably going to be in one of the holiday sections, but there's like 6 holiday sections at a time in Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to go track one down and see what I can find. I found my way to the fall section, and sure enough, they had a whole aisle dedicated to fall crafts. There were leaf garlands, small decorative objects, bases, and other materials that could be used for any kind of craft imaginable, including wreath bases. For my wreath, I wanted to take inspiration from the warm fall aesthetic. Think classic, cozy autumn with mainly shades of orange and brown. I found this leaf garland that was perfect. Then, I found these small fake pine cones that I thought were really cute. For the main decorations, I found a pack of felt pumpkins and larger pine cones that encompassed the warm autumn vibe I was looking for. Finally, I found a fake flower that I could use to fill any extra space I had on the wreath. So I've located all of the design pieces of this. I've got all my baskets full with all the designs. Now the last thing I've tracked down is some metal wire to attach everything, and then we'll be good to go. To start, I wrapped the non-decorative piece of garland around one end around my wreath base. To secure it, I cut a small piece of the wire using pliers and tightly twisted it, bounding it together. As I wrapped the garland, I continued securing it to the base with wire at different points. Once the garland was secured, you can see me pointing to where there were bare spots that the base was visible. To fix this, I took my pumpkins and placed them on the bare spots. I used E6000 to glue them down, but you can use hot glue or any other strong holding glue that you have around your house. I also used the larger pine cones to fill more space. This is how it's looking so far. Then, I continued filling dead space with the smaller pine cones. For the flowers, I cut each individual flower off the big one so I had multiple little ones. This made it easier to manipulate the flowers to look how I wanted. Once I glued them down with my E6000, my wreath was finished. Signing out for STTV, this is Allie Huffman.
My name's Carly, and that's Marissa.
I'm Marissa, hello.
And we're gonna make hand turkeys.
First, you're gonna start out by outlining your hand.
Next, you're gonna cut out your hand turkey, and you need to make this really perfect because you're gonna give this to your mom or your dad, and they're gonna love it so much that they're gonna want to hang it on the fridge. And you're gonna be so proud of yourself because you're gonna see your work on display in the household, and it's gonna be wonderful.
Here's what your cutout hand should look like.
Okay, next step, we're gonna want to make the feathers. The feathers, the colors I chose are gonna be yellow and orange, but they can be whatever color you want, but just stick to the theme of Thanksgiving and the colors. We are gonna do yellow and orange.
Next, you're gonna want to tape the feathers onto your hand. Now that the feathers are all taped onto your hand, you're going to want to start to make a beak, and then hopefully you have a pen nearby so you can start drawing the faces. Next, you're going to want to make feet for your little turkey so he can run around.
Show the face.
Okay, here's the face. I think he looks pretty cool. Okay, now here are the feet. I know one's a little bit more, distorted than the other, but it's okay. That's what makes a hand turkey cute. Mm-hmm. So you're going to want to put it on your hand turkey, both the feet, so he can walk around and be happy and free. Okay, this is the final product. Your turkey should look something like this, but obviously make it to how you like it, because your hand turkey is all about what you want to do, and now you can go ahead and give it to somebody special. Like, you can write your name on the back, say it's from you, and then give your hand turkey to someone you love and tell them you're thankful for them, because it is coming around. Thanksgiving is coming around, so a hand turkey would be a great gift for somebody.
Here's a ridge line you could use. What do you call a turkey that crosses the road? Dead.
Signing out for STTV and wishing you a happy Thanksgiving, this is Carly and Marissa.
So, universal temperature, 350. We're letting it preheat for a little bit. We got it's not specifically pumpkin flavored, but I'm pretty sure spice is pumpkin flavored. So we're using that. No instructions, can't even look at them. For our ingredients, we're doing 2 eggs, 1 1/4 cups of water, half of this, it's butter, and then obviously our cake mix. All right, we're doing about this much of butter. All right, watch this though. You ready? So we're gonna put this in for like 11 minutes, maybe 15. It's ranging from that. All right, so we're 12 minutes in. I got this little cake checker skewer. We're gonna see if it's even close to being done. Definitely not. It's got the jiggle effect. I'm pretty sure the cake's done. It took like 25 minutes, like not 10 minutes. Barely any batter. No batter, actually. Not too bad. Should be pretty good. Wait, here's what it looks like cut up though. It's very crumbly. It's not that bad. Signing out for STTV, this has been Samara and Haven.
Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to make these amazing s'mores cookies. First, you're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. In a medium bowl, add 2 sticks melted butter, a half cup sugar, 1 1/2 cup brown sugar, and mix until fully combined. Then add in 2 eggs and mix that till fully combined. Now add in 2 teaspoons vanilla extract and 2 tablespoons of milk and mix until fully combined. In a separate bowl, add 3 cups flour, 3/4 teaspoon salt, 3/4 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon cornstarch. Now mix until fully combined. Now you're going to take half of your dry ingredients and add it in to your wet ingredients, and then you're going to mix. Then you're going to take the rest of your dry and add it in to your wet ingredients and mix until you get doughy consistency. So you get your doughy texture, add in your chocolate chips and make sure they're all spread out evenly. Once you have all that ready, you're going to lay out 6 graham crackers on a cookie sheet and then put 6 marshmallows on top. Now you could either add some chocolate chips on top of the marshmallow for some extra chocolate, or you cannot. You're going to take some dough and roll it flat, make sure it's really flat, then you're going to put it over the graham cracker and marshmallow and make sure it's completely covered the whole thing. Once you've done that, you're going to put in your cookies for 13 minutes. It should look pretty big in the oven, and once you know they're fully done is when you can see that melted marshmallow popping through on the surface of the cookie. Once your cookies are done, you're going to let them cool for 5 minutes and then enjoy. Signing out for STTV, this is Alexander DeHamers.
Stranger Things has been a phenomenon ever since it released in 2016, which was a shocking 9 years ago. Oh no. And its 5th and final season releases in just a couple weeks on November 26th. But since it's been many, many years since the previous season, I thought it would be a good idea to recap it for those who don't remember what happened in the last season, like me. So full disclosure, all of the following information I'm about to tell you is being taken off of Google because there's no way I'm going to rewatch 4 seasons of Stranger Things in like 2 weeks. Obviously, there will be spoilers for Stranger Things Season 4 here. so maybe those who are watching for the first time should just look away. So at the end of season 3, a lot of the characters ended up getting divided to different areas. We learned that Hopper is actually still alive and he's being held captive in Russia, so Joyce and Murray spend the whole season trying to free him. That ends up leaving Eleven, Will, Jonathan, and Mike alone in California. Eleven lost her powers at the end of season 3, so she spends a lot of this season learning how to get them back through her memories of the experiments before the show starts. This is how we learn the origins of the new villain Vecna, who was the original one with powers, and now he wants to take over the world with dark magic and stuff. But he was sent to the Upside Down by Eleven in the past, and now he's preparing his return. This brings us back to Hawkins, where a bunch of traumatized kids, including Max, are being targeted by Vecna so he can return to the real world. With the help of Max and this new guy, Eddie, the main crew ends up tracking down where Vecna is hiding, and they come up with a plan to defeat him. So Nancy, Robin, and Steve, they go into the Upside Down to stop Vecna while Dustin and Eddie distract the monsters, which leads to him dying. By the end of the season, Eleven returns with her powers and fights Vecna, but no one actually manages to beat him. So by the end of the season, we end up with Hopper, Joyce, and Murray back in America. Eleven has her powers back, Eddie is gone, and Max is in a coma, and the rest of the characters are getting ready to fight Vecna, and by the end, the Upside Down starts to creep into the real world. There are obviously a lot more things that happen, but that is the gist of what happened in Season 4, apparently. Again, Season 5 releases on November 26th in its first volume, and there will be more volumes out closer to Christmas. Signing out for STTV, this is Owen.
Hey guys, it's Cameron, Tori, and Olivia, and today we're going to be asking people their favorite scenes from Stranger Things and having them reenact it.
What's your favorite Stranger Things scene?
I like when Eleven uses her powers and she's like, when Max is in the Upside Down and she like floated.
When Eddie stands on the lunch table.
And then
Game where you toss balls into laundry baskets.
You want something, freak?
What's your favorite scene?
When a truck like drop past and flipped over.
Okay, now reenact.
My favorite Stranger Things scene. Well, it's got to be something with Hopper. Big fan of Hopper. It's just really sweet how he takes on Eleven as his daughter. But I would say it's in the, like, not spoilers here, but he gets put in like a prison, a gulag, by the Soviets. And he has to break out because he misses them so much. And he has like the hammer, and he breaks it off. And he's like, guys, my hammer's broke. And he has to like, sneak away to the shed. And the guy goes in and gets another hammer. But then he gets put back in prison, right? While he's in prison, this is the best thing. He's so determined. He's so determined. Are you ready to change the camera angle?
Yeah.
Work with me. He's in prison and he has to get free from the shackles. So down on the ground, pulls his ankle out from the whole thing, and then he slowly breaks away and he's like, America, take that Soviet Union.
Встать! Быстро встать!
A scene where she says you are like Papa. Oh, no! No!
You have got to understand that there are consequences to your actions.
You are like Papa!
Probably where Susie and Dustin were singing Never Ending Story.
Okay, can you react to it?
In her face, the mirror of your dreams.
Pages is the answer to our never-ending story.
In her face, the mirror of your dreams. Make believe I'm everywhere, giving in the light. Written on the pages is the answer to a never-ending story.
And that was it for today.
Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make this cute Thanksgiving garland. First, you're going to need all these colors of felt. First, you're going to take one of your triangle felt pieces and a long strip of a lighter tan color. And what you're going to do is you're going to lay that across the top and you're going to kind of fold them to create that crust effect. You're going to fold over a piece and glue it and then lay some piece flat and then fold it over again all the way until you reach the end of your triangle, and then you're going to want to trim the ends off. I made 4. You can make however many you want depending on the size of your garland. Now you're going to take 3 white circles to create the whipped cream in the middle, and you're going to glue down about a quarter of each of the circles, and you're going to put them in like a circle of each other, and then you're just going to kind of bend and glue however you would like to create that like whipped cream effect. Here is an easier way to do this. You can just take 2 cotton balls, glue them together, then glue them on your piece of pie, and then kind of fluff them out. Now that you have all your pie, you're going to want to make some bows. I made 5. And you're going to want to lay them out in a pattern, and then take some string and run it across your layout just to make sure you have the right size, and then you're going to glue it on. I just did a strip atop the top of the triangle, and then I did 2 dots of glue on each of the loops of the bows. And that's how you make this cute Thanksgiving garland. Signing up for STTV, this is Alexander Gamers.
Thanksgiving confessions, anonymous and unfiltered. Let's see what goes on at the dinner table amongst our Staley Falcons every Thanksgiving.
Okay, my parents are vegan, so our Thanksgiving spread looks different to say the least. My brother and I always sneak to Casey's and get pizza and scarf it in the car before we eat our healthy feast with our family. We still have to load up our plates as to not be too suspicious, so we are always groaning by the end because we are way too full. We are in our 40s now and started this tradition in our teens. Aww. I left a 20-pound turkey in the kitchen sink one year to defrost and then went to work. When I got back, my cats had eaten the entire top half of the turkey, and I cooked the rest anyway. I don't know about that
one. Tuna and turkey.
Tuna. I mean, they wouldn't be able to get a replacement, so I do kind of empathize.
That's true. I mean, I'd be fine with just like mashed potatoes and gravy.
Yeah.
I really don't like turkey. It's dry and gross. Who doesn't?
Well, maybe you just haven't had good turkey then. Because I love turkey.
Some people just want to be different, but let's embrace that.
Okay, hot take, fruit shouldn't be hot even in pie. Okay, this one I agree with because, well, I don't like pie. I've had it, but I just don't like it.
That's understandable. Yeah, I guess fruit shouldn't be hot either. It should just either be room temp or cold. And what I mean by room temp is just you take it off the fruit basket or whatever and just go crazy. Whether it's burnt turkey, weird relatives, or just too much pie.
Thanksgiving is full of confessions like these, and maybe
This is Tatum.
And this is Evan.
Welcome back to another episode of Falcon Flash. On Tuesday, the boys and girls basketball teams competed in the NKC Jamboree at Hy-Vee Arena. Congratulations on a successful run and good luck the rest of the season. Congratulations to all the student athletes who signed on Wednesday of this week, and good luck to your next 4 years.
Congratulations to Sam Hennefit for winning first place in the 500 freestyle at state. If you missed the pickleball tournament this weekend, you still have a chance to donate by scanning the QR code.
Flashing forward to this upcoming week, we have no school and it's Thanksgiving break, and girls and boys basketball season start. This is Tatum.
And this is Evan
signing out for STTV.
'Twas the night of STTV giving, and all through the house every student ate, even a mouse. Dino nuggets, pasta, and dip was made. Even Ethan played a song, but after that, no one stayed.
Dear Heavenly Children, who art in heaven, peace be thy name. Thank you for blessing us with good projects, good food, and sleeping. Amen, Sylvie.
Amen, Sylvie.
I was gonna.
I've really been wanting to show my guitar skills. I think maybe I can play a few songs for them.
They call this one the under the table mahjong shuffle.
They call this one round cheek tiger.
I don't know where that came from. Something came over me.
I think as long as you can.
I don't know why I'm here. I'm not even a part of STTV, but I'm scared and I want to go home.
I feel really bad because I tried to bring a Baja Blast pie, and after going to 2 Taco Bells, they were sold out everywhere, and so I came empty-handed.
Some people came here without a dish tonight, and I just think that's so rude.
Signing out for STTV, this has been Stella, Owen, Dominic, and Ethan.
That's all we have for you today, Falcons.
Have a Falcon-tastic break and make sure to stay safe.